Good evening. A dramatic end in the city this afternoon in the manhunt for Rodney Clavell, the dangerous fugitive taking his own life, but not before holding hostages and keeping armed police at bay for some 13 hours. BRENTON RAGLESS joins us now from the scene. BRENTON, even police have described the extraordinary events, a city lockdown, as unprecedented.
Yes, good evening, Kate. That's right. And in the end, the terrifying siege that paralysed the city centre was brought to an end by a single shot, not the hail of bullets everyone had feared. Ben Avery begins our coverage.
The terrible toll of 11 hours of relentless trauma, hostage to a dangerous gunman. The state's most wanted, reportedly armed with a .22 rifle and 40 bullets. The last of Rodney Clavell's 4 female captives, overcome by a tide of emotions. Relief, but also horror, as she reveals what she heard seconds before stumbling to freedom. A sickening climax to the siege that brought the very heart of Adelaide to a standstill. The tension experienced by tens of thousands waiting for this news. The police negotiator doing her best to offer comfort.
We don't want you to.
Safe after a standoff between a rogue former prison guard and dozens of the state's elite police. From 1 a.m, the Star Group's high-powered weapons pointed constantly at a King William Street brothel. Their assault vehicle in the driveway, making escape impossible for the besieged father of 11 with a long history of violent confrontations with police.
We need to be very clear that this can be over in an hour or it can take 5 days because no one's leaving.
The lockdown forcing the arterial road into peak hour desertion. Workers kept out of their offices and businesses in surrounding streets too.
Pretty heavy duty, the SWAT teams coming by here and there, and just a lot of people just in limbo, that can't get to their office.
Police desperate for a peaceful resolution.
This opportunity I'm going to take again to ask Rodney to pick up the phone. We need to talk.
Police had chased him all over Adelaide for 2 weeks, more than 80 raids across the suburbs, north, south, east and west. The ultimate irony, Clavell was finally cornered just a few hundred metres from police headquarters, right in the middle of town.
And what you see in the city this morning is unprecedented in Adelaide, in the CBD.
Efforts to open communications with a police negotiator didn't succeed until around 11 a.m. First, one hostage making her way out of the building, a second following moments later. With Clavell still apparently holed up on the top floor, a third followed. Then a longer wait before the final release.
Yes, she was visibly upset. It's been a long night and people react to this differently. Our information is, and all indications are, she's not hurt, but very, very emotional.
Her information prompting police to send in a robot, which made slow progress to the upper level. Images of Clavell's lifeless body eventually beamed back to anxious officers. The climax of this strange day played out in a strange place, with an announcement in Parliament 13 hours after the siege began.
Mr. Rodney Clavell, who was subject of a police action, has been found deceased.
It's always distressing for police officers who continually, for the last 14 days, have wanted to resolve this in a peaceful way.
Ben Avery, 9 News.
And if you or anyone else is suffering from depression, please contact Lifeline. Ben Avery joins me live now. And Ben, a dramatic end to a long, tense standoff. Where to from here?
Well, Brenton, as we speak, just around the corner from here, the coroner's van has arrived to pick up Rodney Clavell's body, and now this will be treated as a death in custody. So it will be now time for a report to be prepared for the coroner. Police remain in the area here, interviewing people. Of course, crucial now to this investigation will be those 3 hostages who will be interviewed and asked exactly what happened during those 13 hours with Rodney Clavell.
Ben Avery, thank you very much.